going on, guys? Here's a little multi-tool that I picked up a couple months ago. It's the Gerber dime. In general, I'm not too fond of Gerber's items. Most of them are not too well made. Every once in a while they get something right though, I find. The Gerber Diesel multi-tool, I think they did a good job on that. It's got its pluses and its minuses, of course. Most of the time I don't really like these little micro multi-tools. This one is pretty small. It's about the size of a Bic lighter. Not much bigger. But you know, they have their time and place. It's a good little pocket tool. I've been finding it pretty useful so far. Finding it good with working with paracord and some other things. The pliers on them are a real nice needle point, so that works out well. So let's take a look at some of these features. Get some of the crappy ones out of the way. Scissors, yeah, they're tiny scissors. Threads, small pieces of paper or something. Nothing too fancy. They're pretty sharp though. They hold up pretty well. Not bad at all. Not too much of a complaint, but useful factor, I don't know, medium. But again, I mean, you're not going out into the woods with this, carving down trees and all that kind of thing. So, got a pair of scissors, real tiny. It's not the 2D Phillips, just straight flat. I've been finding it real useful for, you know, computer screws and things like that, and just all sorts of things. Pretty robust. I've done things like change out the lock on my front door with it, and that was no problem. It does have a file on both sides. It's good enough for your nails. That's about it. It's got a flat head. Works out pretty well. Again, I've changed a couple things with it. No big deal. One feature I do like, it has a bottle opener on the back. They've got a couple other models. Sorry for this, you guys. Ow, got ants in my pants. That's too bad. Sorry about that, guys. One of the things I like about this one, like I was saying, is that it does have the bottle opener on it. On some of their other models, it's a flip out, and it's combined with, I think, the flathead and the Phillips, which I think is just ridiculous. So I kind of like that. It doesn't stick out too bad, poke you in the pocket, you know, poke you in the leg or anything. What else do we have? We have knife blade, of course. You can get this thing ridiculously sharp. I don't recall any of the measurements. Excuse me, I don't recall any of the measurements on these guys. Apologize about that. I'll see about posting that in the description or whatnot. But again, you can get this thing razor sharp, pretty good. You know, small fine tasks and whatnot. One thing I do like about this is it has a very interesting blade that they call a blister package opener, and it is quite useful. Don't really have any sticks around here. It does make good shavings. Well, not on that stick. Good for small carving tasks and whatnot, spoons and that kind of, you know, carving out spoons and stuff. So it's got, you know, it's not terrible. Works out well, and of course does just fine with blister packaging. Does have a pair of pliers. I find they work out really well. I hope you guys can see this. It's in focus. The pliers work really well. It's got a really small, fine tip on them. Doubt you can see it. But anyway, it works really well. Great pair of tweezers. The very tip is completely flat, so you can grab onto things extremely well. Inside's got texture on it, so you know, grips really well. It does have cutters. I wouldn't cut anything more than like a paper clip with it. I don't know how useful that is or not, but again, tiny tool, tiny job. Another thing it does have, kind of an afterthought, I guess, a pair of tweezers that comes out. Yeah, I mean, they're functional tweezers and whatnot, but in all honesty, the pliers work much better as tweezers. Anyway, all in all, I've been finding this thing pretty useful. Again, just small jobs, working with paracord, grabbing something, you know, no biggie. I think I picked this up for about $15 or $20 at Academy Sports. And so far I've been liking it. I've had it about 3 months. Seems to be doing fine so far. And again, yeah, it's super tiny. About the size of a small Bic lighter. Barely bigger, except for the can opener. Excuse me, bottle opener. Alright guys, thanks for watching.